What is up, everyone? Welcome back to ANBU Report. I'm actually really excited for the ninja breakthroughs that are coming out this week in CN because they are going for Fu Edo Tensei, which is actually one of my favorite ninjas in Naruto, and so she was a little overwhelming before, and they're giving her some really cool breakthroughs, which means that we might be able to set up some teams for her. I've always wanted to make some good teams with Fu, so this is really exciting and gives her some opportunities to be used in the meta. So without further ado, let's take a look at her skills here. She is a really support-based ninja, it seems like, and she also has her barrier, so I feel like we have not really had many good barrier ninjas recently, but she kind of brings back that Edo Tensei Madara barrier that we'll see from her passive. And then along with that, she does have quite some good support abilities, kind of like Orochimaru Akatsuki. Going first with her Mystery, this is probably the skill that I think is the least impactful. It's not really that strong. The +2 version just makes it so it hits up to 9 units, and then the selected unit will suffer from irremovable paralysis, which neglects immunity until the end of the round. The Y version is considerably weaker, actually. So the Y version only hits 7 units, but the biggest difference is the selected unit will only suffer from irremovable paralysis for 1 round instead of the end of the next round, well, aka basically 2 rounds. So with the +2 version, you're going to be able to permanently make a ninja have irremovable paralysis if you target them over and over again. The Y1 you can't do that, and the only benefit the Y1 has over the +2 is it has a chakra limit of 20, which could be useful because her barrier makes it so you can't get chakra anymore, but honestly I don't think that's a really great trade-off. When we go to her standard though, her +2 makes it so that it will also cancel a debuff whenever she gives a random ninja an extra standard attack, and it'll increase their combo rate by 70% to the end of the round. Pretty bad. The Y standard, however, is very, very interesting. It makes it so that herself and a random Rinnegan or Jinchuriki ninja in the lineup will have their mystery cooldown reduced by 1. So you can definitely see that like Akatsuki Orochimaru thing going on where you get mystery resets, and this can even happen like round 1, and it's especially powerful because it's targeted. You can help clear mystery cooldowns, make it so that ninjas that previously couldn't spam their mysteries can. And not only that, but there's also another chance of affecting another ninja with this skill. I don't know if this means they have to have the Jinchuriki or Rinnegan tag, or it can just be a random ninja. The skill doesn't really elaborate on that. But honestly, just having that mystery cooldown reduced by 1, like if you get a really good mystery off round 1 that destroys your opponents before they can use theirs, that's a huge advantage towards you. Now if we take a look at her chases, they aren't anything really special. It's just chase low flow causes knockdown. The +2 makes it so that there's a 50% increase and can be triggered up to 3 times per round. The Y1 makes it so that instead of the damage increase, you cause discouragement, which is similar to no cheating. It makes it so they can't get, I believe, buffs or shields. I think it's buffs, debuffs, or shields, something like that, until they use a mystery skill, and it is irremovable as well. Going into her passives here, they are really similar to Edo Tensei Madara, with how it works. So the +2 makes it so at the beginning of odd rounds it activates Silk Ward level 2 barrier for 2 rounds. Whenever she does this, Fu becomes immune to debuffs for 2 rounds and then grants irremovable hidden until the end of the round to all Jinchuriki allies on the field. And the barrier is now buffed. The level 2 barrier makes it so that not only can both sides not get chakra, whenever Jinchuriki ninjas in your lineup cause wind damage, they will reduce the initiative of the units hit by 1%, which is actually quite a lot considering that it's stackable and you could theoretically cause a lot of wind damage and just shred their initiative to nothing. And then furthermore, if they are also Jinchuriki and they cause water damage, they will cause irremovable poison, which neglects immunity, and this is basically that Edo Madara passive that we saw that it got removed eventually. I think it got removed, right? or the Chaos Bar is one of them. When you take a look at the Y version makes it not dependent on the rounds, but rather Fu's HP. So whenever Fu hits 95%, 50%, and 20% HP, they will activate the Silk Ward Y barrier. She still gets that same immunity to debuffs, as well as the ear removal hidden to all the Jinchuriki ninjas. The biggest difference between the +2 and the Y version is the barrier, which now the barrier makes it so that it only allows Jinchuriki and Rinnegan ninjas to attack. I think by how the passive is worded, it means Rinnegan or Jinchuriki ninjas. Not that they have to have both those tags, but I could be wrong there. And then her passive 2 was her dodging skill, which they didn't get a huge amount of changes. The +2 just makes it so that she has a high chance of evading mystery skills, and then every time she does so, she'll recover 12% HP. The Y version makes it so that she has a high percent of dodging any attack each round, and then she'll recover 40%, and then she'll recover 40 chakra when she does evade. So overall, I think that Fu is going to be a really support-based ninja. She could have some uses in some blitz type teams, in that maybe you have like a ninja that has a high battlefield cooldown and you want to get it off round 1, you pop her standard off and then it resets their mystery. You get a huge amount of damage off round 1, and then it can constantly refresh it just because of like Fu's standard, and she could, in theory, bring a lot of value to some teams. But anyways though, that is going to be the end of this week's ANBU report. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.